Hey everyone, this is Trigger Strifey or Nesto on this channel, and I wanted to do a little video, an instructional video of how to play the song Palm Trees by Swmrs, because someone asked in the comments if I had tabs or anything, and mainly I just learned it by ear, and I don't know if it's exactly correct, but I'd love to show how I play it, and maybe people can learn from that. And I'm actually going to try to attempt at putting tabs on this video, so hopefully that'll help you guys out and you can learn the song like I did. And yeah, so let's just jump right into it and learn the song. So yeah. Okay, so the song starts on a D power chord. So it's mainly, the intro is kind of like a cool picking pattern, like a strumming pattern that the guy does through it. And so I'm going to demonstrate how to do it, and then I'm going to slow it down. So this is up to speed, the intro. So I'm going to give you the notes and the frets on how to play the power chords that I'm using in the intro. So the first one starts on 10 on the E string, low E string, and then you got 12 on the A string. Then you switch down to the A and the D string, and you got 9 on the A, 11 on the D. Then you switch down, and then you got 7 on the A and 9 on the D. And then up you go, same thing, but this time on the E, low E string and the A string. So you go 7, 9, 9. And that's what you get. And that's the main chords of the song. That's actually the really main chords of the whole song. It's just because they use that actually in the chorus too. But for the strumming pattern in the intro, what he uses, he does 4 strums on the thing. So then he switches over to the next chord, and he kind of palm mutes it. Palm mutes the whole fretboard, giving you dead notes. So you go, get that funky wah wah kind of sound. So he does that. So he goes. And then after those, he does that. So he goes like a kind of like, I do an up stroke. You can do kind of like a downstroke if you feel comfortable. You can go if you want to, but I like doing the upstroke. So you go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's kind of like a 5 pattern. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So get that rhythm in your head. So he goes. And then he repeats it on the same pattern, but kind of like in the reverse way. So it starts on the bottom and then goes up, or like on the top and then goes up, or bottom up, you know. So he goes. And then he repeats it one more time. But on this one, this part, when you're supposed to do, he just strums waka waka, and then hits the chord and then kind of rolls it down. Does a slide. And that's mainly the intro. Then we're going to switch over to the chorus. Now the chorus of the song is actually the most easiest thing about the song, is that you actually just only need to just strum the patterns to get a good, like, regular good strumming pattern, like an acoustic strumming pattern, up, down. So, and then you do it for the measure of the beat in the song. So it's like, it's kind of like, to the top, to the top. My shitty singing aside, that's actually the rhythm of this whole song, is that you mainly are just using the same chords, like I said. Then you just strum it. So, and let me see if I can count how many times he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's the main chorus of the whole song. And then out of that, the guitarist starts making kind of like these kind of like a clean sounding not open notes, but clean sounding notes ringing together. So now we're going to switch to the G, B, and high E string. For this one, we're going to actually start barring our first finger on the 9th fret of the guitar. So you're going to bar all the 9th fret strings. So get that. Then put your next finger in the middle on the B string and put it on the 10th fret. So you should get that sound. Then the next one you're going to put on the 11th fret of the string, and so you're going to put that right here on the G string. So now we're going to do the picking pattern of the actual song with that. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the G string first, then you're going to go down to the high E string, and then you're going to hit the B string after that. So you get, and he does it twice, and then he switches over to the next pattern, which you just take your finger, since you're barring now, off the 11th frets of the G string. So you just let it go, and then you get the next part, which you do the same pattern. So you go top, then the bottom, and then up. So, and he does it for 2 times on each one. So for the pattern, it goes do 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 do. And then after that, you do that for like one part of the song, and then he switches to kind of a punk strumming pattern where you're just chugging along while palm muting. So you get this. So you start it on the let's see, the 5th fret of the A string, and then D string you do the 7th. So you get that. So and then you palm mute it with your right hand. So you palm mute it and you get this. So you palm mute your right hand on the string and go. Because if you don't palm it, you get, but you needed that kind of like chug sound. So go. So after you do that, so it's gonna go. Then it switches to the next one, which you just go you go up some strings, so you can get on the low E and now the low E and the A. So and so same frets, 5 7 5 7. So and the next one you go back to the A and the D string, and you go to 7 9 on the A and D string. And then you go down again on the fretboard, or up the fretboard, whichever one to say it, and you start on the 9th and 11th. So you go. So all together you get. Now on the second time around you do the song, or do that part, you're going to switch it up. You're going to do the same first 2 parts where, but the next part you're going to do, you're going to just go up to the 5 and the 9th, the 7th and the 9th string, but you're going to stay on the low E and the A string. So you're going to go. And then on that one, you actually let go of the palm muting, and you kind of make like a rising sound. So you go. Kind of use like a slow, aggressive sound. So you go. So you get that. And then after that part, you just kind of kick back into the chorus again. So you go. So after that, then you go back to that little bar chord thing going on down on the G, B, and E string. So you go. So now it changes it up, and then you do this kind of stopping chord pattern where you just kind of stop on notes or stop on the chord while strumming. So first one, you start on the 5th and the 7th fret of the A and the D string. So and then you just go like kind of like power chord. You go. You do a 2 strum, and then you stop. So you go. And then you switch down to the 9th and 11th fret on the A and the D string. So you go. same thing. But on this one, you kind of do. So you go. And then right as you get onto, like, you strum that 2, you go back and you do one more strum. So go. So go. So do that, and then the next one you're gonna go up and go on to the 7th and 9th fret on the same 2 strings, A and D. So you go. And then you switch down to the same frets but different strings. Now you're gonna do the low E and the A string. So go. And then you're gonna do that same kind of strumming pattern where you go. So all together you're gonna get. So you get that, and then once you've got that down, you go to the next part, which actually I like it. It's kind of weird and kind of neat how he throws in some kind of weird chords. And so you're gonna go all the way down to around the 14th fret. And you're gonna be on the let's see. So you're gonna be on the 14th fret, and then the 16th fret on the D and the G string. So on the D string, you're going to hit the 16th fret, and then on the G string, you're going to hit the 14th. So it's kind of like an inverted chord. So you go. So, and then he goes kind of the same kind of stopping, or kind of a different stopping pattern, but it's kind of similar. But he goes. So he does that chord twice. So he goes, and then he switches down and he goes to the 17th, 18th, 19th. I know how to play guitar. 19th and the 18th fret. Same thing, inverted chord. So you get the so it's the 19th on the top of the D string, and then G string. It's got the 18th. So you go. So you go. Then you switch down, and then you go to the 16th and 18th. So the 18th on the D string, and then 16th on the G string. So all together you got. And then finally, to seal it off, you go into you just go way up. Stay on the same strings, but stay on the D and the G. But now you're gonna go to the 7th and 9th fret. And this time the 9th is on the top, so you're gonna do another inverted chord. So 9th on the D, and then 7 on the G. So all together you're going to get. And that's like the main part of that. Then it switches back into the same thing that you've been taught before, where it's the. And then after that, kick back into the chorus again. So. And then after that, it kind of like right on the end of that part, it goes, at the end of the chorus, you go right on the part where you're ending it on the last chord where you go. What you do after that is you kind of switch to another chord at the end. So instead of ending it on the chord, so you go. And then when you do that, the chord that I'm playing right here is on the 2nd and 4th fret. E string is the 2nd. 4th fret is on the A string. So, and then you kind of like, I've heard the sound in. This is what I think the sound that they're doing when they switch off to the bass playing is that he holds on that chord and then he goes down to the 7th fret on the E string and he kind of slides up. So you go. Holds it and then goes. So like that. So then after that, it just plays the bass, and then kind of like you can, if you want to, because I've seen him play live, do just add back into that kind of like open chord thing during the rhythm of the song, where you just go, or not open chord, bar chord. So you can go back into that. Then when it leads up, it starts building up and gets to the end of the song where they just start going crazy. It starts on the 2nd and 4th, so where you ended on that chorus. But on this one he goes. So on this one it's kind of a same strumming pattern as the chorus. but it's more, I think it actually goes for another measure or like another beat, so it goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, same thing. So you go. And then you switch down, same strings, E and the A. Then you go to the 5th and 7th. So then the next one you go to the A and the D. You go 9th and the 7th and the 9th. And then so you go. Then you just go up, same 7 and 9, but this time on the E and A. So then you do that through the whole part of them, just like kind of like the big bright lights part. So you just go. And then once they've completed like a run through of that, and you're on the final part of the song, they go back to the 4th and the 2nd and the 4th fret on the E and the A, and they kind of do that stopping chord thing where I was showing you, where they go. So and then they do that for about, I think it's like 3 or 4 times through the part. So you, when you're ending the song, you go. So 4 times. And that's pretty much the whole song. It's very simple. It just has some cool like strumming patterns that kind of make it a little kind of different and kind of like interesting and kind of technical. But it's like cool because I love that stuff, and I love cool strumming patterns and cool ways of making songs sound good, even though they're pretty simple. So that was my guitar lesson on Palm Trees by the Swmrs. I hope you enjoyed it, and tell me if you are interested in seeing this kind of stuff on my channel. Like, I do a cover of a song and then I show you how I play it and learned it, and then maybe give you tabs and stuff how to play it so you can learn it too, and you can have fun with it and learn how to play more guitar. And just disclaimer, I don't really know exactly if I'm playing the song correctly, but I just try my best and use my ear. So anyways, this is Trigger Strifey, or Nesto, if you know me in my personal circle, showing you a guitar lesson on Swmrs, and I'll see you guys next time.